Yes, hello, here's Kevin again, and I'm getting close to finishing up showing my biblical and Bronze Age armies. This is a little bit of a later one from about 626 to 539, the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Not to be mistaken with Hammurabi's Old Babylonia. This is the new one. Probably its greatest ruler was Nebuchadnezzar II, which you remember from the Bible, from Jeremiah and from the book of Daniel and Isaiah. But it was a very powerful army. It basically overthrew the Assyrian army of the day, and I think that it really asserted its dominance under Nebuchadnezzar. I think the largest battle was Char Shemesh, which was between the Assyrians and Egyptians against the Babylonians. Really quite an epic conflict in its right, but they dominated all of the Levant in the Middle East. Very powerful army of the day, and of course its demise was against Cyrus the Great, one of my favorite people of history, right? So that was about 539 when they totally destructed it. I think that's also written in Daniel, with the finger on the wall. So that's kind of, they were right at the gate. But the army is very, very akin to an Assyrian army, to be honest. You'll find very similar aspects of it. Heavy chariot, some cavalry, Scythian. It has a lot of different tribes, Medes, Elamites, Amorites, and was very heavy infantry based with big shields and backed by archery. So it doesn't look like some of the other armies that I showed, but I think that it probably would go head to toe against an Assyrian army for sure. The Egyptian army was not much of a match to these heavyweights, but they had really perfected the art of heavy infantry and archery combined arms. They used their chariots to devastating effect. They had camel riders with bows to harass the flanks. Those were predominantly Midianites, but that had also a very elite corps of soldiery that protected the king and went to the field. And yeah, I think it's a pretty formidable army. Although I have not played it yet on the table, I'm going to, and I think I'm going to try a couple of different gaming systems with it. I'm going to try Hail Caesar because they've got a really nice Bronze Age supplement that they released, and I think Hail Caesar would work well with this, and also Midgard. Pulling out some very interesting characters and leaders of the day, and I think I'm going to give that a go. So talking about the army itself, it was painted over, I think probably a 3-year period, just kind of adding one piece to the next, and it is predominantly made up of, I want to say, Essex and chariot figures, and there might be a couple of museums in here, but I think this is an army that I had that was really very Essex dominated. That's what I'm thinking. There might be a couple of other manufacturers in here, but I really don't remember anymore. That's pretty sad, right? But I really enjoyed painting it. I need to go over and paint it again. There's it's an older painting style. I haven't put any washes on it. I didn't do any highlights. And I probably should. I was very happy in the day when I did finish it, but now my painting technique has improved, and I think I could go back through, and as you can tell by the shields here, it's not a lot of imagination, which I probably could do imagination with that. The light chariots and the heavy chariots I spent a little bit more time with, and those are more recently done. But yeah, I think that it's a nice army, and it kind of adds. I've done Egyptians, Assyrians, Hittites, Sea People, and so I think it pretty much covers most of the biblical age and Bronze Age. I might have the Midianites left to do, and a couple of smaller states, and then of course my Israelites on the Hebrews. So that will kind of round things out. And yeah, I think that's nice. I really like this era, and I hope you have enjoyed this as well. And I wish you well today.